Welcome to our channel. In this session, we will discuss the concept of emergent systems in artificial intelligence. First of all, what is mean by emergent system? Simply, we have multiple individual components are there. All these components are interconnected without any centralized control. Now, what happened? Obviously, the behavior becomes very complex. Why? Each individual component can have their local rules, and each local rule component interacted with other component. This is called emergent system. Now observe, emergent system is the one in which the complex behavior arises from the interaction of many simple components and without centralized control. And this without centralized control means it does not programmed explicitly, and it emerges through local rules and interaction. That is, each component interact with other component by using their local rules. What are the different characteristics that are faced by these emergent systems? The first one is local rules. Local rule in the sense, simply it has some global behavior. Simple thing. Each component follows one simple rule. And obviously, if the multiple components are combined, that means a collective systems displays some sophisticated or complex patterns. That is one characteristic. And another one is decentralization. That means no single unit, that is no single unit direct the entire system. That means each and every component is individual. One unit cannot control the entire system. That means decentralization. Now, adoption in the sense, the system can respond to changes in the environment dynamically. So the system responds to the environment changes dynamically. Now, self-organization. So if anything happened, simply an order arises without any supervision. Without any supervision. So these are the main characteristics of an emergent system. In a simple thing, if you understand carefully, each and every individual component have their own rule, and no component cannot maintain the all the components. If any changes occur in the component, it respond dynamically, and every component may make the order without the supervision. That means each and every component is individual. What is the biological inspiration? Suppose a neural network have biological inspiration of brain. Similarly, what are the biological inspiration for emergent systems? The main biological inspiration are ant colonies. We know the formula, ant colony optimization. So that principle is followed. That means ant follows some pheromone trails. That is, after one ant, another ant moves. Next, bird flocking. That is, each bird is aligned with some speed, or each bird is aligned with some direction with the neighboring birds. That is simply bird flocking in the sense coordinated flights. So that means one bird cannot control another bird. But if you understand, one bird in combined interact with other bird, a group of birds are formed. Now, immune system in the sense, simply cognition emerges from simple neuron activation. Suppose if a neuron is activated, this neuron is activated. Based on the activation of the neurons, the immune system is affected. And finally, the human brain, it is the mainly thing related to human brain is adaptive defense. That means according to the situation, it dynamically changes the decision. These are the biological inspiration for an emergent system. Now here, what is the emergence in artificial intelligence? So multi-agent system. Again, the same term. Each agent works locally and together all the agents produce a cooperative or a swarm like behavior. Multiple agents are combined. Next, swarm intelligence. So here the algorithms that are implemented, that are inspired by some ant colony optimization or bee swarm optimization or particle swarms. So different swarms intelligence. Cellular automata. That means each agent is independent. A simple update rules on a grid. That is, each grid updates according to their requirement. According to their requirement. Finally, artificial life. That means a simulated ecosystems where reproduction, mutation, selection, everything rise to emergent. That is, these are the places where we need to emerge. And the next one is, these are the examples. Suppose one example is game of life. What is the meaning of this example? So game of life means that is each cell is only one situation you are facing. A cell is alive or dead. So here we are maintaining some rules. Survival or death or birth. Each and everything applied simultaneously. So complex moving one cell to another cell. The moving is very complex. Now if you understand carefully, here the complex moving structures, even though those are emerges from local updates. If one cell is updated, automatically another cells also updated. Another example, flocking model. How the birds are flying. If the bird is flying, remaining birds are also flying in the same direction. Now, what is the importance? Why this is important in artificial? The term scalability in the sense large systems of simple agents can solve the problems efficiently. Robustness means even some agent fails, it produces accurate results. Explains natural intelligence in the sense it suggests any condition but not a rule based. Depending upon the situation, it emerges to a technique. It does not follow any rule based. What are the challenges that are faced by this emergent system? Unpredictability. That means the output is, it is very difficult to find out the output. It is not guarantee the outcome, and at the same time, if it is not guarantee, it is very difficult to verify the outcome whether it satisfies the global property or not. At the same time, it needs to balance the local rules so that the entire behavior emergence. So finally, the emergent systems show how order and intelligence can arise naturally from local interactions. That is the main concept of emergent system. Simple thing, the emergent system show the intelligence can arise without an explicit central design. Remember the terms. Without explicit central design, the intelligence is emerged. That is the main point. Clear? This is the concept of emergent systems. Thank you.